Deborah Aiza of SweetTauk Lemonade. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Great to talk to you again. So, you were in the New Beverage Showdown semifinals yesterday. You were in it a year ago as well, and you've gone through quite an evolution in terms of your package. But before we even get to that, what's it been like being a beverage entrepreneur, packaged beverage entrepreneur over the last 2 years?
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's an incredible learning curve that I've been on since day one because, of course, most of us don't come from this world.
Right.
And it's exciting, energizing, invigorating, and enervating all at once.
Yeah. So, you had your package, you sort of had your business strategy, sort of leaning on that package last year. And you went through a real great revamp, in my opinion. It looks like a really good one.
Thank you.
What was that process like? How did you start with, okay, these are the elements that we want to see. How do we work with our designer to execute it?
Well, like I say, part of the learning, being at the Beverage Showdown last year, we got great advice from the judges. When we heard everything they said, and we took it to heart. We were learning and we're listening. So while I thought the package is beautiful, I knew what they were saying was true. And we needed to express the soul of the brand just a little bit more and talk about where we're from. And that's how we evolved. And you can see this package on the shelf.
So why do you think SweetTauk is a lemonade? It's a line of high-pressure processed lemonades that are they made with cold-pressed lemon juice?
Yes.
Made with cold-pressed lemon juice, a premium offering in the set. Where do you see the opportunity and why in premium lemonade?
Well, my value started with the whole world of green juicing and, preserving all the nutrients and the vital components of fresh fruit. And there was a market for it. Lemonade has been commoditized and over sugar saturated. And using fresh fruit, you don't need to use as much sugar. You actually allow, it's a little gimmicky, the fruit to speak, And we saw that in kids. They want fresher, more real products. Adults, parents want it for their kids. We're half as sweet as most other brands. So that's where we saw our opportunity.
You see opportunity. How do you enable retailers and distributors to see the opportunity that you have evaluated?
I think it's through sampling and tasting. We have a great sales team out there working hard. We're working hard for that, for education. And they taste it once and they get it.
So, that's such an important part. In the New Beverage Showdown competition, we always have judges who talk about taste. And it feels like that's so often forgotten in a sales and marketing business, like beverage. A lot of it's, hey, we're functional for this reason, or our branding is amazing. But at the end of the day, if the customer doesn't like what it tastes like, they're not going to buy it a second time. But along the same lines, taste is really important, but price, especially in your category, is critical. In order to get someone to try it, it has to be at a reasonable price point. What steps have you taken to kind of bring that price point down to something where it can be a little more of an affordable price point, I guess?
Well, funnily enough, when I was hand making it in my kitchen in Montauk, it was $6 a bottle, and that's insane. But the people were buying it. Maybe it was part of just the culture of being at the beach. And when we launched last year in Whole Foods, it was $4.69 and $4.99 in most other stores. We've been able to reduce that price by $1 already in 1 year. And we continually work to lower that price, and it has to do with scale. And, we're working with a great co-packer, and they're helping us with that issue.
And so, lemonade in particular is a refreshment beverage. Are you finding that you're having to speak to a functional consumer as well? So, there's green lemonades out there. There's other
charcoal
cleansing
lemonades.
There's charcoal lemonades out there. So, do you feel that kind of pressure to sort of spell out your function?
Well, I feel like I felt it. The function's built in. It's filled with antioxidants. It has electrolytes. It is a hydrator, and it's already built in. I really don't have to exclaim it because that's the way people have been drinking lemonade forever. So while I will talk to it about it if asked, and it is on some of our marketing materials, but it really is a refreshment, and it's a better for you refreshment with half the sugar.
I agree. It's really tasty. If
Thank
you're in
you.
the audience today,
Thank
you
you.
should go try some SweetTauk lemonade. It's actually
Thank you.
quite good.
Thank you.
Deb, this has been fantastic. Thanks so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
All right.